Hello, my name is Karen Talamelli Cusick. I'm Executive Vice President of ImpactWayv. Welcome to the ImpactWayv Soundwave series featuring Doug Woodring, founder of Ocean Recovery Alliance. ImpactWayv is a social media platform designed to be a healthier and more meaningful alternative to existing social media. Today, Doug is here to speak about Resin 8. Doug, could you tell us what Resin 8 is?
Hi, Karen. Thank you.
Hi.
So resonate has a few different connotations. It's resonant, it's resonating, it's continuing like sound, it's vibrating, but it's circular. So the 8 on the back of resonate is an infinity sign, and the whole angle here is taking the ability to take mixed dirty plastic, which is never recycled in the world. Often it's burned, often it's incinerated, maybe energy's made, but it's the real problem with our waters, our rivers, ocean, is the stuff you can't recycle. And until today, and these days, it's been hard to make use of that. In fact, the world only recycles about 10% of all the plastic that's made. So there's a lot of inventory out there. And I told you about our water rising and falling festivals previously in Cambodia, where we are recovering material from the lake and the communities. But the plastic that you get out of those waterways is not something you can recycle because it's dirty. If it's from the ocean, it's got salt. It's not uniform in its type and material. You need to sort it and bring all that into a place that can be recycled. So now in Costa Rica, there is a factory there, which for the last 4 years, actually 6 years, has been doing very high-end R&D to figure out how to bring mixed dirty plastic into a new second life material, a valuable asset that lasts a super long time and can be used in any community around the world, and that's concrete. Normally, if you shred plastic and try to put it into concrete or cement, it will not bind with that material because plastic is slippery, and the rocks, will not have binding quality. Therefore, you don't have structural integrity. The way this has been designed is once it is extruded, you don't even have to sort the material. You don't even need water to wash it. You can do the river cleanup, the beach cleanup, and put it into these grinding machines, as long as there's not dirt and things in it. And when you extrude it, you end up with a piece of material that actually looks like lava. It's extremely porous. This came out of an extruder. And when you then grind that up, the porousness is what the cement mix binds with in the concrete to actually make your product lighter, stronger, a little bit insulated, and you're now absorbing a material which is from the community in the form of waste to alleviate the use of some sand. And as you might know, sand and rock in some concrete industry is a big challenge for nature because it's being mined out of rivers and our environment. So when you put just 8 or 10%, we're not talking about a plastic brick, 8 or 10% is enough to add all these qualities. And now working, CRDC is the name of the company, Center for Regenerative Design in Costa Rica, already working with Habitat for Humanity in a number of countries in Central America. One of the housing developments they made there with 125 homes used 68,000 kilos of mixed dirty plastic as this resonate aggregate. That's 68 tons, which goes into the housing. Can be branded as Costa Rican brick. It can be branded as Cambodian tonally sap bricks. There's not really any good green story for the concrete industry today, and this is the first big one. It is structurally sound. All kind of ASTM tests been done. So you can use it in buildings, you can use it in pavers. The best thing is the community can get engaged in finding the feedstock and the material, clean the community, and make a long-term viable product that supports the concrete industry. This material, which is what it is ground up. Sorry, I can't get my focus there.
Yeah, I could see it now.
So this is what is gray, and it's the construction loves it because it fits right into the normal mix of any cement, and it can be made in any size that is needed for that mixture, depending what they're making. And the best thing is you don't need super advanced, expensive equipment to bring it into communities. You don't need a $20 million machine. It's even you can have used shredders, used grinders, used extruders. You just need to know how to do it the right way to get the right mix and the right structural integrity, which will then bring the construction industry and the concrete industry into the space. If you took all the world's plastic every year made, about 370 million tons, and put that all into concrete in 1 year to the concrete demand, you'd only account for 3% of global concrete use. So if you think about it, all of our plastic could be well used to strengthen and lighten concrete. And when you move this around in trucks to move the bricks, to move the material, the wet cement, that weighs a lot, uses fuel. Already a reduction in 3 to 5% weight over the mass of that yearly movement of material actually makes a very big impact on carbon and fuel reduction. Not only are you also absorbing carbon via the plastic that was used and put out in the original form before it became waste. So there's a lot of really neat angles with this. It is now in about 10 countries, but just getting off the ground, not at big scale, so you can't go out and buy it and find it yet. But it's coming to a construction, housing community near you. There's going to be a lot of great things with community catchment and recovery of materials that can go into this. And the work with Habitat for Humanity is going to be exceptional as well. So this is truly an interesting circular economy story for mixed dirty plastic and the majority of our plastic waste that doesn't get recycled.
This is great. Really appreciate that story about Resin Aid. It's a game changer for, like I said, plastics, the building industry. Thank you so much, Doug, for joining and telling us about it. A lot of hope for the future again. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to SoundWayvs featuring Doug. If you enjoyed this conversation, download our ImpactWayv app and continue the conversation and get to know more on today's topic. Hope to see you next time.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you, Doug.